Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Why Kathy Hilton would never join RHOBH full-time. Kathy Hilton is perfectly happy in her role as friend of the Housewives on RHOBH. On the July 23 episode of the Call Her Daddy podcast, Hilton explained why she'd never join the show as a full-time cast member. "I would no way be able to devote the time," she said. Hilton, mom of Paris and Nikki, and big sister of Kim and Kyle Richards, enjoys being on the show, but only in a part-time capacity. "I love the job I have," she shared. "I really have a good time with all the girls. It's like a little girls' club." The Real Housewives is known for its high levels of drama, and Hilton prefers to stay out of that part. "You know when I'm there, I try to have the parties and the fun," she said. "But if she does get roped into the drama, let me tell you something, if little hunky-dory gets pushed," she quipped. "But I don't want to get pushed," Hilton continued, "and I try my hardest just to keep the peace." Although only main cast members get to open the show with their taglines, Hilton came up with a really good one for herself. "I may be the hostess with the mostest, but I don't serve drama. Only diamonds and caviar," she said to the delight of host Alex Cooper. Hilton joked that she'd say the line but look less than graceful doing so. "I would be spinning and falling in high heels." Hilton also spoke about doing the show even though her daughters didn't want her to. According to Hilton, she wanted to participate as a way to be closer to her youngest sister Kyle Richards, an OG of RHOBH. And for the most part, it worked. "We were like little girls again and having fun and laughing. I pulled some pranks on her," Hilton said. Hilton explained that when Kyle joined RHOBH, she could see how much work it entailed. "She works very hard, it's a lot of work as a housewife. The responsibility was more than Hilton had the bandwidth for. I have my husband, I have my children, my grandchildren, I have other businesses." She also has a very fun hobby. "I'm a toy collector," Hilton revealed. "Dolls, teddy bears, soldiers, I mean, everything you could think of. And her latest obsession? The plush toy monster and handbag accessory Labubu. I was going to bring you a Labubu," Hilton told Cooper during their conversation, adding that she planned to dress it up and give it some jewelry, but doing so would have made her late for the interview. It's no wonder fans want Hilton on RHOBH all the time. For years, fans of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills have watched Kathy Hilton drift in and out of the series like a rare comet, brilliant, captivating, and entirely on her own schedule. Her short stints on the show, often as a friend of the Housewives, have given fans moments that range from hilarious to iconic, but a burning question always remains: why doesn't Kathy Hilton just join full-time? The answer is layered, glamorous, and quintessentially Kathy. It's not about being elusive for the sake of drama. It's about who Kathy Hilton is, a woman who lives by her own rules and knows exactly what she's doing. 1. She doesn't need the show. The show needs her. Kathy Hilton isn't looking for fame. She was born into it, married into it, and nurtured it for decades. Her family name carries more weight than any Bravo tagline ever could. Kathy doesn't need RHOBH to introduce her to audiences or help her build a brand. She's already the matriarch of one of America's most famous families and the mother of Paris Hilton, a pop culture icon in her own right. When Kathy shows up on RHOBH, it's the show that gets the boost, not Kathy. For most housewives, joining full-time means exposure, building businesses, or creating a public persona. Kathy already has that. She doesn't have to hustle. She doesn't have to be on for a camera 6 months out of the year, because she already lives a life that people watch from afar with fascination. 2. Kathy Hilton plays by Kathy Hilton rules. One of the most famous moments from Kathy's time on the show was her late-night hotel snack run in pajamas and slippers. It was unscripted, unapologetic Kathy. That's the magic of her part-time presence. She gets to dip in, be her authentic self, and dip out when it suits her. Full-time housewives contracts are demanding. They require filming schedules, mandatory trips, endless confessionals, and emotional involvement in every feud, whether genuine or manufactured. Kathy Hilton, she's not signing up to spend weeks of her life arguing over who said what at a dinner party in La Quinta. She comes in when she wants to, gives the fans their meme-worthy moment, and exits before the drama consumes her. When you think of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, images of diamonds, designer gowns, and dramatic dinner parties come to mind. And then there's Kathy Hilton, the glamorous socialite who walked into the Bravo universe and effortlessly became a fan favorite. Her quirky sense of humor, perfectly timed one-liners, and often unbothered demeanor quickly made her a breakout star. So naturally, fans have been asking for one thing ever since her debut: why won't Kathy Hilton join full-time? The answer isn't as simple as you'd think. For Kathy, joining the show full-time would mean stepping into a world she has spent decades deliberately avoiding, a world where privacy is rare, feuds are public, and every whispered conversation could end up as a viral clip by morning. A lifetime of luxury without the limelight, Kathy Hilton isn't just a Beverly Hills housewife, she's the Beverly Hills housewife. Before reality television cameras ever began rolling down Rodeo Drive, Kathy was already living a life most of the other housewives aspired to have. Married to real estate tycoon Rick Hilton, she built an empire of family, philanthropy, and style, all without needing a reality TV paycheck. When you don't need fame or money from reality TV, the motivation to go full-time just isn't there. Kathy has repeatedly hinted that she doesn't want to expose every detail of her personal life to the cameras. Her appearances on RHOBH so far have allowed her to pick and choose what moments she shares, showing up for laughs, a few iconic dinner scenes, and meme-worthy moments. Who could forget her asking if the group wanted hunky-dory chicken? But she gets to walk away when the drama turns ugly. The Hilton family legacy. Joining RHOBH full-time would mean letting cameras into her most precious spaces, her home, her marriage, and her family. And when your family name is Hilton, there's more at stake than just one season's storyline. Kathy has worked hard to protect the Hilton image and legacy for decades. Let's not forget, the Hilton family is already world famous, thanks in part to her daughter, Paris Hilton, who built her own brand of reality television stardom years before Bravo's Housewives empire even existed. Paris and Nikki Hilton have carefully crafted images as entrepreneurs, fashion icons, and socialites. Kathy stepping into full-time reality drama could easily spill into their lives, something she's likely unwilling to risk. Kathy has said in interviews that she's fiercely protective of her family, which explains why she often shies away from controversial group moments on the show. Being a friend of the Housewives gives her the perfect buffer. She gets to have fun but doesn't have to sign up for the inevitable storyline-driven drama that full-timers face every year. The price of drama. It's no secret that RHOBA thrives on conflict. Every season has its villain, its underdog, and its shocking feuds, and when you're a full-time cast member, there's no escaping the editing room. Kathy knows this. She's watched women like Lisa Vanderpump, Lisa Rinna, and even her own sister, Kyle Richards, get pulled through the reality TV ringer. Even Kathy's limited time on the show has shown how brutal things can get. Who can forget the Aspen meltdown rumors that dominated headlines and allegedly led to feuds behind the scenes? If that's what happens as a part-time friend of the show, imagine what would happen if she had a full-time contract. It would mean producers digging deeper, focusing entire episodes on her personal drama, and potentially driving wedges into her already complex family relationships. For Kathy, the choice is simple: enjoy the friendships, the trips, and the occasional iconic moment, without giving producers free rein over her entire life. The sister factor. One of the show's longest-running emotional storylines revolves around the Richards sisters, Kyle, Kim, and Kathy. While Kim has her own complicated history with reality TV, Kyle has been a mainstay since season 1, but Kathy's appearances have sometimes reignited family tensions, with past conflicts playing out on screen and in the press. A full-time role would inevitably amplify those issues. Sisters fight. That's nothing new. But when millions are watching and every argument is dissected online, those wounds cut deeper and take longer to heal. Kathy has made it clear that family comes first, and if staying a friend of helps her preserve that peace, then she's sticking to her boundaries. She doesn't need the money. Many housewives sign up because it offers fame, money, or an opportunity to launch businesses. Kathy, however, already lives in rarefied air. The Hilton fortune means she doesn't need the Bravo paycheck, And her personal brand doesn't rely on being a reality star. She's part of the Beverly Hills elite, someone who can make headlines just by showing up at a charity gala.